Okay, today we are going to look at what happens when we multiply or divide by powers of 10. So that being 10 or 100 or 1,000 or so on. Okay, so here we've got 2.43 times by 10. Now any time that we are multiplying by a power of 10, we're going to be moving our decimal place to the right. Okay, so the 10 has 1 0. So I'm going to be moving my decimal place one spot to the right. So it's going to move here. So now my new number is 24.3. Okay, now here I'm multiplying this number by 100. So I count how many zeros are in my question, and that's how many places my decimal is going to move. So it's got 2 zeros, so it's going to be moving 2 spots to the right. 1, 2. So now my new number is 587. Now I could put 0.00, but I don't need to do that. Now it's just the number 587. Now here, I've got a number that has 3 zeros, so I'm going to be moving my decimal point 3 spots. 1, 2, 3, over here. So now my number, I can drop off the 0 that's at the start, so now my number is just 162. Cool. Anytime we are multiplying by a power of 10, we count how many zeros are in the question, and that's how many spots our decimal point moves to the right. Now when we're multiplying, it always moves to the right because that will make our number bigger. Now when we divide, our decimal point moves to the left because our number ends up getting smaller when we divide. But it's the same deal as over here. We count our zeros in the question, and that's how many spots our decimal point is going to move. So here I'm dividing by 10. It has 1 0, so it means my decimal point is going to be moving 1 spot. Because it's dividing, it's going to be moving to the left because it makes the number smaller. So now this number is 5.327. Okay, now here I'm dividing by 100. 100 has 2 zeros, which means I'm moving my decimal point 2 spots to the left. So 1, 2. Now there's no number there, so I have to fill it in. So now I'm putting a 0 here, and my decimal point is here. But I can't start a number with a decimal point. I've actually got to put a placeholder in, so this becomes the number 0.0498. So I put in zeros as placeholders because I knew that I had to move my decimal point 2 times, 1, 2, and I have to have a 0 at the start as well before a decimal. Okay, now here I'm dividing by 1,000. 1,000 has 3 zeros, so I have to move my decimal point 3 spots to the left. So 1, 2, 3. My decimal point is now here. I know I'm going to have zeros in here, and I can't start a number with a decimal point. I have to put a 0 in front. So now my number is 0.00000014. Cool. So this also works if you're not working with decimals. If you're just working with whole numbers, it's the same thing. Multiplying by powers of 10, you count how many zeros are in your question, and you move your decimal point 1 spot to the right. And if you're dividing, you're going to be moving however many spots to the left based on how many zeros are in your question. Okay, well, thank you for watching.